I want to take time to practice a few fraction problems that we can do as division. And so the first thing I want us to look at is we're actually going to change improper fractions. And I don't even like that word, improper fractions. Let me show what I mean. We have 11 fourths. Okay. Now 11 fourths is considered an improper fraction because the numerator is larger than the denominator. And so we call it improper because we typically write in our answers, at least, not always in our problems, we normally have a numerator smaller than a denominator. But the term I prefer is a fraction greater than 1. The reason is 4 fourths is the same thing as the number 1. If you've got 4 fourths of a pizza, you've got the whole thing. Anything more than 4 fourths is more than a whole pizza. And so 11 fourths is a fraction greater than 1. Improper fraction is easier and quicker to say, so that's how we say it. I don't like my answers done in this improper fraction form. I like to be able to use a whole number. And so one of the things we can do is we can talk about how to make 11 fourths and a mixed number. And a mixed number means we have a whole number and a fraction. Okay. Well, if we recognize that the fraction bar and the division sign are the same thing, we could say that this is actually 11 pieces of pizza, and it takes 4 pieces to make a pizza, right? And so we would say, well, how many times does 4 go into 11? And the answer is 2, and it's got a remainder. Now, we're used to 11 divided by 4 is 2 with a remainder of 3. But I don't want us to we're going to get rid of remainders in this lesson because remainders don't tell us the size of the unit. But here's the good news. We actually know the size of the units. Here's what this is saying. It's saying that we can make 2 whole pizzas, right? The pizza is divided into fourths. 2 is the same as 8 fourths. Okay, that's where this 8 comes from. And so we know we have 2 whole pizzas, but I was told we have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 11/8. And I need to have, I'm sorry, I messed it up. We have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4. I need to have 9/4, 10/4, 11/4. It's actually 2. The remainder is the numerator, and the divisor is the denominator. So anytime I have an improper fraction, I can just divide, and my unit doesn't change with the remainder. So 11 fourths is 2 3/4, and we can do that by division. Anytime we're doing division, that works. So let me give you another problem to solve with it, and then we're going to try a word problem together, okay? So this one I want you to try on your own, okay? The problem I want to give you is I want you to be able to tell me what 22 eighths is. Why don't you pause the video and see if you can give me 22 eighths as a mixed number. Okay, hoping you've taken some time to try it, and what I find out is 22 eighths is the same thing as 22 divided by 8. I know that 8 goes into 22 twice. I know the remainder is 6. And so we know that this is like saying that if I've got 22 eighths of a pizza, then I can make 2 whole pizzas, right? That'll be 16 eighths. And that will leave me 6 eighths left over. Okay, and so there we see the 6, there we see the 8. It is 2 6 eighths. The remainder is the numerator, the divisor is the denominator. And of course 6 eighths, those can both be divided by 2, and I get 2 wholes and 3/4. Hope you came up with 2 3/4. It's the same thing as 22 eighths. 22 eighths and 22 divided by 8 are the same thing. Okay, so let me give you a word problem to try real quick. The word problem is going to be this. We're going to say a bucket contains 8 quarts of water. So let me write that down. 8 quarts of water. And it's poured equally into 3 jugs. And I want to know how much is in each jug. Each jug has blank quarts of water. Why don't you pause the video, try to solve that one on your own. Okay, I hope you've paused the video and given a look at it. What I should recognize is that this problem is 8 divided by 3, which is the same thing as 8/3. And the way I solve that is I can do 8 divided by 3. And what I recognize is it's going, because it's an improper fraction, it's going to have a whole number, and the remainder is going to be the numerator. My thirds will not change. 3 goes in 8 twice. The remainder is 2. So I have 2 whole quarts of water, and I have 2/3 of a quart left in each group. Each jug has 2 2/3 quarts of water.